This is ABTV, Animal Bites Television. For animal lovers, by animal lovers.
Happy Valentine's Day, beautiful people. Love, romance, lust. It's not just for humans. The instinct to carry one's genetic information on to the next generation is found throughout the animal kingdom. Likewise, let's learn a lesson on love from legitimately ludicrous ladies and Lotharios that I have lazily listed as 5 weird animal lovers. Don Juan number 1 is our squishy friend the octopus. While many people think that all 8 of the octopus's arms are identical, one of them is actually a reproductive appendage called a hectocotylus, which holds rows of sperm. I never knew sperm came in rows. Doing it octopus style works one of 2 ways. Either the male octopus inserts his hectocotylus into a special hole in the female's mantle, or he rips it off and gives it to her so she can impregnate herself whenever she wants. Imagine how desperate you'd have to be to rip your own junk off just to get laid. Number 2 is the most stunningly beautiful animal in the entire ocean. Probably the closest thing that we have to mermaids. The deep sea anglerfish. This little hottie cruises around about half a mile beneath the surface of the ocean. The name anglerfish comes from that little bioluminescent bulb that she uses to lure prey into her pretty mouth. This lure is also used to make her whereabouts known to males of the species. Anglerfish are an extreme case of sexual dimorphism, meaning that there are distinct physical characteristics between the males and the females. Here's why I said extreme. The female deep sea anglerfish is 60 times longer and 500,000 times heavier than the male. You would expect this to make mating a bit awkward, right? You have no idea. The male locates a female and latches onto her body with his mouth. After a while, his face fuses into her skin and his body begins to shrink. His blood vessels and tissue become one with hers, and he loses all of his vital organs except his reproductive system. And for the rest of his life, the female just uses his sperm on an as-needed basis. This is the only known instance of what scientists call sexual parasitism. These animals make human males seem so lazy. Number 3. Fighting over women isn't that rare in the animal kingdom. Usually these battles are really intense and terrifying, with claws and teeth and whatnot. But sometimes they look like this. And that is one of my favorite videos on the internet. What you're looking at is a behavior called necking. This is actually how male giraffes fight for dominance. These duels can last over half an hour and can sometimes result in broken jaws and necks. Though most of the time there are no serious injuries. Before the dominant giraffe mates with the female, he has to first make sure that she's in fact fertile. Makes sense, right? He checks if his long-necked lover is ready by drinking her urine, gross, and can actually taste whether or not she's in heat. As disgusting as this sounds, it's totally worth it a year and a half later when one of these adorable little bastards is born. Bachelor number 4, the land snail. This humble gastropod is hermaphroditic, meaning it has both boy parts and girl parts. So during mating, kids might want to leave the room for this one. They each insert their penis into the other snail's vagina and impregnate one another. But that's not all. Before freaky snail sex actually happens, there's courting behavior that can last anywhere between 2 and 12 hours. Cause they slow. During this courtship, the slimy sweethearts fire 1 or more love darts at each other. These darts, made of calcium, are shot into the snail's bodies and are covered with a thick layer of mucus. Big surprise. The mucus introduces a hormone-like substance that allows more sperm to survive and thereby increases the chances at a successful pregnancy. After both snails have lovingly stabbed each other, they copulate and exchange sperm. I have never said sperm this many times in one day. Our final love story stars a tiny marsupial native to Australia. He's called the Antechinus, and he makes human sex addicts look like they're not even trying. Antechinus mate in large orgies that consist of every individual within the surrounding population, during which each male will violently mate with as many females he can within a 12-hour period. Unfortunately, this hedonistic lifestyle comes with a cost. Breeding season for these adorable little nymphomaniacs occurs during the winter, when food is very scarce. To make up for this, the males strip their bodies of vital protein and suppress their immune systems in order to free up more metabolic energy for breeding. 2 weeks after mating, the male Antechinus dies of severe stress, exhaustion, immune system dysfunction, and a variety of other unpleasant things. At least he went out doing what he loved. So how was your Valentine's Day? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to tell me what animals you'd like to see in future episodes. Make sure to subscribe to Animal Bites TV for more awesome content, and I'll see you next time on 5 Weird Animal Facts.
I'm a wildlife rescuer, field expert, and conservationist. Welcome to Corey's Wild World.
This is ABTV,